Assalamualaikum and good morning to my respective lecturer, Dr. Azima. Today we want to present new technology named Touchless Technology in Ktm. So basically, we propose to do one system adaptation from Mitsubishi Electric. This system was introduced to display a video on a screen that sits perpendicular to the human viewer. The light passing through the beam splitter will reflect together and form an image concentrating in the mid-air directly in front of the audience. As we know, COVID-19 has created a massive surge in the demand of touchless technology as people are advised to minimize touch points. Hand transmission, as stated by WHO, is the main pathway of germ transmission. One of the most notable improvements was the elimination of point of contact between human hands and equipment, surface, handles, and other people. To ensure as little physical contact as possible, nearly every industry had to make significant change to their business operation and adopt new technologies. As a result, touchless technology come into picture to eliminate the need for hand-to-hand and hand-to-surface contact while also reducing the risk of germ transmission. Investigate from the witness of previous technology in other countries which is hard to focus on image display, we will improve by introducing a new system which includes guide image that are project onto walls or other fixed surface to either side of the floating image. Using this system will assist viewer to get exactly what the image are. The total overall estimate cost of this project is around 15,800. The total cost can be reduced because we propose to use an exciting machine but still upgrading the machine system to make it more efficient. The first important of this system is keep a higher level of hygiene. Touchless system or touch display are important because these features are hygienic and easier to use compared to touching a monitor. For example, by using these new features, we will prevent the spread of germs or bacteria to the other people in that KTM station. In short, we think all stakeholders or the government should reconsider hygiene as an important thing because it can attract more KTM users. Second, protect from any health risk. KTM manager and other stakeholders must take safety as the important thing when providing this service. They should improve their safety because nowadays transit riders have always been concerned about their safety and comfort. And a post-pandemic population will need to be persuaded that it is safe to return using this service without any health risk issue. KTM must constantly assess payment kiosks and propose improvement to minimize crowding in order to bring back people using public transport. Next, data integrity. Preparation is vital in many things, both in business and in everyday life, which is why it is a good idea to start a supply value chain with certain parts in place. Protecting user data is very important to big companies such as KTM. As we know, all user data will be stored in the system in the management section. The procedure for collecting and analyzing data at payment kiosks must be reliable and standardized. If neither of these points were met, the data used by a touchless planning system would be inconsistent and unreliable. Last but not least is improved efficiency. The evolution of touchless technology has the potential to lower costs such as maintenance and manpower costs. For instance, by using this technology at KTM PM kiosk, it helps to reduce the possibility of machine breakage as well as additional costs for specialists to repair existing machine in KTM now. When the efficiency of this system improves, we can lower the cost of using KTM and boost strong trust of tourists and workers to use this service regularly.
Hi, my name is Nur Adira and I will cover on the project features which involve display, beam splitter, retroreflector sheet, aerial image and time of frame sensors. The display is complete with a peeping bright prevention where it's restricted, viewing angle of 15 degrees left and right, prevent pins, password and other sensitive information being seen by people nearby, making it ideal for use in settings requiring high levels of security. As the users operate the panel in mid-air, there are no fingerprints left, which help to address the rising hygiene needs of today. Next, beam splitter are optical components used to divide incoming light into reflected light and transmitted light. The light emitted by the screen will be reflected by the beam splitter and then by the retroreflective sheet. As a result, the light reconverges as an image that appears to be floating in the air. Features such as retroreflecting sheet is a flexible retroreflective material which acts as an optical device that reflects incoming light back in the incident direction. It consists of retroreflective glass beads and microprism. When there is a light source, LED panels reflect lights onto a half mirror and retroreflector sheet. The sheet then reflects the incident lights in the reverse direction. After this retroreflection, half of the lights are reflected toward the light sources and the other half are transmitted through the half mirror as illustrated in diagram 1.2. Furthermore, an aerial image is a projected image that appears to be floating in air and cannot be seen normally. It can only be seen from one position in space, which is frequently focused by another lens. Characters can be easily recognized with the high-resolution aerial image. Aside from that, it can detect finger movement with sensors, allowing the input screen to be changed with an aerial swipe. Lastly, time of flight sensors are used to determine depth information. It uses a tiny laser to emit infrared light, where the light produced out will bounce off any object and return to the sensor. The time it takes to bounce back is then measured and provide depth mapping capabilities. The process where the laser light is first emitted and bounce off an object back to the sensor is illustrated in diagram 1.3. With the laser return time, TOF sensors are able to detect the position of fingertips, enabling a highly accurate touchless tap. Next, we will proceed with some animation video on how this system works. Let's take a look.
It looks like something from a science fiction movie, but this technology is here now and already in widespread use. Light projected from a display is reflected through the plate to create three-dimensional images that appear to float in the air. That's impressive enough, but there's more. These aerial displays can also respond to finger movements, allowing them to act as virtual touch panels. Infrared sensors detect the position of the user's finger in space. Virtually touching the floating image produces the same effect as actually touching physical keys.
We hope that you gain information from the previous video. Next, we will move on to the short term and the long term of the project plans.
For short-term planning, maintaining a hygiene condition and avoiding physical contact with the general public is a must to ensure the safety of ourselves. Therefore, the touchless technology is a short-term answer for individuals to maintain cleanliness and hygiene as nature is moving closer to the endemic phase of COVID-19. To avoid contracting the virus, we are advised to avoid physical contact with almost everything. The features can also aid to encourage social distancing by removing the need for users to touch or share public spaces. For long-term planning, touchless technology will be excessively applied in all areas that previously required physical contact of objects to operate. but it must be broadly available and less expensive to manufacture in order for it to be adopted anywhere. Then, this type of design will become the new standard, widely utilized in a variety of industries ranging from transportation to customer service. And people will be able to benefit from it because it is not only good for the private officers, but also for the wider public. Other benefits include the fact that it requires less maintenance to run because there are no mechanical parts that needed to be serviced. Because there is less physical contact with the devices in order for it to function, the sanitization process can either be decreased or done automatically. The touchless area display can also be utilized to do simple tasks like inquiries and navigation without requiring human input. This touchless technology utilizes a plug-and-play design that allows the technology to be used on any platform worldwide, as it is regarded as an add-on to the present system that is used by many companies throughout the world. In the future, our project may start a collaboration with the public transportation system in Malaysia. Our target is to collaborate with Prasarana because they are the public transport system that is widely available in the Greater Klang Valley area. They have wide options of public transport to choose from, ranging from LRT, MRT, monorail and buses. This allows the commuter to seamlessly use this touchless technology to operate the machine in order to buy or reload their card to use the public transport. Since Prasarana rail service cover a large number of areas in the Klang Valley, it can cater to everyone who uses public transport to commute every day. This will show the proven result whether the system is reliable to be used every day, as it will be used heavily in a day-to-day situation. It will also help to reduce physical interaction of people using it, which helps to promote social distancing and maintaining clean hygiene of the users. It can also be expanded to be used by other train services such as Express Rail Link (ERL). It helps improve the operation of the rail service as it will speed up the process of purchasing the ticket from the ticketing machine. An interactive display inside the train will also utilize this technology so that the user can check interesting places or point of interest located nearby where the train was going. This will promote tourism as well as help to boost local businesses' sales in that area. Moreover, this touchless technology will also be used to collaborate with the government agency. It can be implemented to the current system that was used by the agency such as the Road Transport Department, National Registration Department, and etc. This will allow the department to increase their productivity since there will be less people queuing to run their errands at the respective departments.
In conclusion, although it is difficult to predict the future needs and what is coming next, it is clear that touchless technology seems to be a new norm in the midst of the pandemic and will become a part of the future. This is supported by a nationwide survey conducted by PILC in the United States and the United Kingdom on people's acceptance of the new rise of touchless technology. The survey recorded that 51% of Americans and 44% of Britons have increased their preference for touchless technology due to COVID-19. As a result, we hope that this system can be implemented in Malaysia because this technological advancement will help to improve KTM operational efficiency and productivity, resulting in an increase in public transportation ridership. In the future, we hope that this system can expand its wing by collaborating with large organizations such as Prasarana so that Malaysia public transportation sector can be at the top of the world. Thank you. In conclusion, although it is difficult to predict the future needs and what is coming next, it is clear that touchless technology seems to be a new norm in the midst of the pandemic and will become a part of the future. This is supported by a nationwide survey conducted by PILC in the United States and the United Kingdom on people's acceptance of the new rise of touchless technology. The survey recorded that 51% of Americans and 44% of Britons have increased their preference for touchless technology due to COVID-19. As a result, we hope that this system can be implemented in Malaysia because this technological advancement will help to improve KTM operational efficiency and productivity, resulting in an increase in public transportation ridership. In the future, we hope that this system can expand its wing by collaborating with large organizations such as Prasarana so that Malaysia public transportation sector can be at the top of the world. Thank you.